Back in action. I'm not comfortable though because I never am when we record because we have the shooting space
not comfortable
of a
with
hamster.
your bougie seat.
I can show you a bougie seat, bro.
What does that even mean? What are you implying right now? You're scaring me a little.
Happy New Year.
Well,
it's the 2-year anniversary. No, it's past 2 days. I was about to say it's like the 2-year anniversary of the big day.
What's the big day?
The big boom, January 6th.
Oh yeah,
it's 2 days. We passed it though.
Did you see This Place Rules? It was a documentary.
Yeah, I saw some of it.
It was real good.
I saw some of it.
It was a good one.
I don't see anything wrong with what they did 2 days. Let's get into it.
Bro, they smeared poop on the walls, bro.
But we as citizens can do that. We paid for that building with our taxes.
That's First Amendment, right?
Exactly. It's in the fine print. So you could smear poop.
That's a clause.
It's a clause.
It. Yeah, it's one of the exceptions. If you don't like who the president is, you can poop in the Capitol building.
Welcome back, baby. It's episode 45 of the greatest podcast of all time, the DOOMCAST podcast. Here in the year of our Lord, 2023 years after. Happy New Year, everybody, to you and your families. Yeah. It's gonna be a great year, 2023. It's our Jordan year, bro. It's our Jordan year.
I found the diamond in Black Eyed Peas.
The what?
That's a tradition. I don't know if it's African American.
I thought you. Okay, sure. Yeah, you saw diamond in the Black Eyed Peas.
Yeah, so okay. I'm gonna have a lucky year this year.
That's good.
I wholeheartedly believe that.
This is great. I'm so happy for you.
Yes.
What do you got planned for the year, man? Let's get into it. I'm throwing you on the spot here.
A lot
2
more
minutes in.
Unemployment.
Chilling.
Vibing.
Not doing shit.
I don't know. We're going to play it by ear and figure it out.
Literally.
Of course, more Doom Room. The same thing I've been saying at the end of pretty much every podcast episode, animating. Yeah. But I've been animating. I just need to start putting myself out there more. So I definitely...
So, let's get into it, right? So, the month of December, dead. There was nothing going on. The end of November, there's dead, nothing going on. But there was a reason for that. This is a tough one. So after, how many years are we into? About to be 3.
Yeah,
about
ridiculous.
To be 3.
Yeah.
We was ducking the virus.
Yeah.
The big bad truth out there.
The big C.
And mind you, when coronavirus first started, I was working I was working at a grocery store. I had people yelling at me in my face like 4 to 6 hours a day for like a good month. The month of March when stuff was really going down.
Licking coins and putting it in your tip drawer.
Yeah. Very sexual. And I never got it. But a random day, a random haircut, some kid next to me wants to start coughing and sneezing everywhere. And his dad was just so proud of him. He did not care.
That's nice.
He did not care. And I knew, I was like, man, I really hope I don't get sick. Because he was hacking up a lung, sitting next to me. And I was like in the sheet.
In the chair, yeah.
So like I couldn't really like cover my face. And he was like shaving my face. And a part of me was like, I want to get up. But I don't want to make a scene.
Yeah, you don't.
I don't want to make a
if
scene.
You're in the middle of a cut.
Right. And I'm in the middle of a haircut. Literally the next day, I came home, my throat felt funny. And at first I thought it was just dry throat. Drinking water, and it felt fine, but it wasn't getting better. I took a nap like around 8 o'clock. I woke up, felt like crap. I said, okay, I'm definitely sick. I'm gonna go to sleep. Went to sleep. I woke up around 4 o'clock in the morning. My throat was on fire. My head was killing me.
It's always a late night, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh my God, you wake up at like 3 a.m. like, this is it.
Cause there's just something in you that's just like, you gotta wake up right now. You gotta look at this. It's like an alert. So I knew I was sick, but I didn't think COVID. I just thought it was like a cold or something. So, and I was like physically, like I was good. Like it was just my throat and my head, but I was like, I still got up and I was able to walk around. If you would have told me to go to the store, I could have went to the store. But I was like, let me take a test. Just in case, semantics and whatnot. That shit was blood red. That shit was like, yeah, you for sure have it.
Nasty.
And I was like, damn, it finally got me. This was the week of Thanksgiving. It was like 3 days before Thanksgiving. For like a good a good week, I had it. The first 3 days were terrible. First day, it was like each hour was something new. My back started hurting.
The COVID got to your spine.
Yeah, like I couldn't get comfortable. I would take off my blanket, become freezing, put on my blanket, become super hot. Then the cough came, couldn't breathe. My nasal passages were on fire. But after 3 days, I was good. I just kept testing positive. I missed Thanksgiving. I was super upset. I still ate a plate, but it just wasn't the same. I could barely taste it, but I still got a bit of the essence. And I was good after a week, you know? So I'm like, great. Mind you, we were supposed to record that day for Christmas stuff to get a head start. It didn't happen. So I'm like, okay, I'll get better. And then within a week, we'll record. I get better. First week of December. I'm like, all right, Jelani, what's the word?
Yeah.
You had finals.
Yeah.
I said, okay, well, let's try next week. I don't even remember what happened the week after that, but we didn't record. The week after that, I was like, okay, we have nothing planned. We have nothing done for Christmas, for New Year's. We have to really crunch now, which we always end up doing.
And I was literally like, from October, it was like, we got to do.
Yeah, from like
Christmas
October,
stuff.
we were like, we should start.
We got time.
Yeah,
and then we didn't.
We didn't. And I was legitimately like, okay, yeah, for Christmas, fuck it. If we got to do it Friday before Christmas, we'll do it. Like I'll stay up all night. You text me. What do you say?
I got that vid, man.
He got the vid.
And it was crazy because my brother had it initially, and, you know, he was sick and he was out of it. He definitely, I don't want to say quarantine because we was all in the same house, but he stayed out of the way, and he got his rest, and, you know, he got pretty better in like a couple days. But then he gave it to me and my mom. And he's fine, and then we got COVID. So we ended up spending Christmas together. It was just me and my mom, and then they went with the rest of the family. But we were just in the crib, weak, coughing. I made a whole bunch of soup. We were watching like movies and shows and stuff. But like, my Christmas was kind of low key, uneventful.
Yeah. But I don't know. Besides the sickness, it sounds kind of nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
It sounds kind of like cozy. Once you really stop and think, like, it's just me and you know?
Because we're both 21 now. I was having some spiked eggnog and stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Why no thoughts on that one?
No, I have no thoughts. I didn't drink anything. I don't like alcohol.
Not for your 21st? I understand that, but not even for your 21st.
I actually drank. I drank on my 21st birthday. I had a lot of shots, and it was disgusting. It just tasted like motor oil.
Oh wow, motor oil. I was about to say I don't think I drank on my 21st, but I did. I had
I drank last night. I went out. I drank last night. I had a beer, and it was like, this is gross, but I'll try.
You're
I got through half of it, and then I gave it to my girlfriend, and she drank the whole thing. She demasculated me in front of everybody. I had to make a scene. I had to.
And then you re-upped on your Hustlers University subscription.
Right. Yeah.
Church of Andrew Tate. So your masculinity was left untouched.
So sorry everybody for another.
We're back.
We gave you coal for Christmas again. We didn't do anything last year because of the same thing.
But maybe we shouldn't like force the holiday spirit. You know what I mean?
I like doing the holiday things though. I think that's part of it's fun.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a traditional thing.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
It's like, I want to look back like 10 years from now, like, what did we do holiday 2021, right?
Yeah, but maybe let's just do it in July.
Maybe we should.
So we can take time off.
Yeah. Like, we should do it like how they do commercials. They should we should film it like July. That's a good idea actually. Maybe like starting September we should start doing Halloween, November. And but the problem is whenever like we had that thought this year, but every time you came over, I'm like, nah, let's just do this instead. I'm in the mood to do that. We'll do that next week, and then it never came. Yeah. And then when we did have the time, we both got sick.
We're learning.
We had education to tend to. But it's fine.
I got my associates, so no more of that. Hopefully, Not anytime soon, I don't think. Because
show it to the class. Pull it out right now. You have it in your back pocket.
Yeah, I take
it's like crumpled up.
But the ceremony's actually in June. But
damn.
Yeah, I got all the credits necessary, so I'm Gucci. Unless like BMCC just burns down or something, I'm good.
But you'll still have, you won't have the physical copy, but you'll still have the little text.
No, but I'm saying I wouldn't get it. You know what I mean? Because I didn't get like an email like, hey, you have it. But a lot didn't. It said you have all the necessary, the required classes, all the credits that you need.
That's good. So what does so now what's next in your life?
Yeah, and that's the thing. So I definitely
Chapter 2.
I'm doing like the art thing, and I'm finding out more and more that there's like money in that. I didn't think there was, and I thought it was kind of just like a hobby thing, but there's like real, you could make a living off of it, right?
Just furry porn. Just do furry porn.
I know, bro.
Just do furry porn. They make so much money off furry porn.
The ethics or whatever.
Like, who cares?
I saw like a TikTok, and somebody was making fun of a furry porn artist's work, right? And then they posted a bank statement. So many
real.
zeros.
I read because on Reddit. I like to consider myself a Redditor.
You're looking up furry porn on Reddit?
No.
What's going on?
I read the like Ask Reddit or Am I the Asshole subreddit, and there was one that was like,
I feel like most of those are just fictional.
They could be for sure.
It's like, am I the asshole for murdering my wife on our honeymoon?
Not the asshole. Not the asshole.
Yeah, everyone in the
OP
comments
was
like,
in the right here.
No, I understand. I understand his perspective.
So I see like a bunch. Like they always ask that question, like, what's a deep secret that you can never let out, something like that. Mm-hmm. There was one recently that was like, yeah, I draw furry porn and I make so much money. Like I have a job, but I do the furry porn on the side, and I bought like a boat with it.
What?
Yeah, he was like, I bought a boat with that money. Like I buy like a lot of like luxury items, and I use all that furry porn money.
That's just like a side gig.
Yeah,
like
that's Batman. Just a side gig. Yeah,
that's crazy, the duality. But yeah, I would. Yeah, I would.
I would do it just for my own pleasure.
All right, that's. I don't know if I could relate with that sentiment.
I mean, just kidding.
I mean, forget what I said. Me, edit that out. But
yeah. Here's my goal for 2023.
There's so many ways to make money. You know what I mean?
Here's my goal for 2023. Mm-hmm. You know how I always say, "Future me, edit that out." Yeah. Future me, do this. Yeah. I'm not gonna edit out anything for the year. Everything's staying in.
Foot down,
everything's
bro.
staying in.
You're all the slurs. A stand against yourself. All the slurs. Oh my god.
You're gonna hear them all. Just kidding. We don't have any. Well, you had one earlier when the camera. You're not even gonna. Yeah, I did. Yeah, sorry, man.
I put up a no type of apology.
Sorry, bro.
It was the N word.
2023 is gonna be such a movie. You know, I noticed the only thing that we do consistently is the New Year's podcast. We've had one for like 2020, 2021. I don't know.
It's like that's after the holiday break. You feel me?
Yeah, it's like when we're we're back, we're ready.
Everyone spends time with their family, whether you celebrate what holiday, but you have work off, so you go see your peoples. You know, even Kwanzaa was a little bit more low key this year, because this is 7 days, but we really just did one, and it ends on New Year's, so it was like New Year's / Kwanzaa celebration, and it's just food. And
what about your Hanukkah? Anybody
Hanukkah
show up for the menorah lighting?
Drake, actually.
Oh,
funny enough, yeah.
Last year he said he was going to come, but he didn't show up.
He flakes sometimes, but I get it. Busy man.
Yeah, this was the big year, right?
But yeah, God's plan. He showed up.
That's good.
Finally.
That's good. I don't know if I have anything planned for this year. I think I'm just going to do about the same thing. I don't want to fucking make false promises, and I don't want to make every episode here's what I want to do on the channel video, but you know, we have goals, we have things that we want to do, we have things that we want to achieve. They just don't happen sometimes. You know, life gets in the way. But sketches. I want to do sketches.
Yeah. And we wrote one, but that was part of like the.
Well, let me explain. So I don't know. Did I come up with the idea or you came up with the idea?
No, you came up with the idea, right? I wrote out the script.
Yes. Okay, I had an idea like in like November, because Spotify Wrapped, Apple Wrapped, whatever, they always come out at the end of the year. And I was like, this was during the height of the Kanye shit. When he
it wasn't the height, because that was before the I Love Hitler.
Yeah. This was before that.
anti-Semitism.
Right.
We wrote this.
Right. And the whole skit was gonna be like a 2-minute sketch of like you coming in and being like, oh, Spotify Rap came out. Let me see your Spotify Rap. Here's mine. And I would just be like, nah, like straight. I don't know. I can't let you see that. I don't use Spotify. I don't even like music, bro. I don't like it. And then you would this would go on for like 30 seconds. You'd finally leave. And then it would cut to later that night. I'm like in the dark. I'm like in a robe, in a blanket. There's like candle lights. And I load up Spotify. I look at my Spotify Rap and it's all Kanye West. It's like nothing but Kanye West.
Of Kanye.
It's not hours of Kanye. And then we play one of his songs and then I start just like crying. And I was like, this is the perfect 2-minute sketch to start off our sketches.
And that's also the kind of thing, not just with the sketches, but starting out anything, there is a bit of personal pressure where you want it to be good, so like you want to get off to a good start, but we really just got to start, and then we'll do more and more and more.
You have bluey socks, by the way.
Oh my god,
they
I do.
legitimately look like bluey,
and that's a perfect segue. We can start talking about it. Oh, for free? Wait, let's keep it.
So to cap off that thought, we ended up, I got sick. He got sick. Life got in the way. And then Spotify Rap came out, I think, earlier this year. Usually it comes like the last week of December. It came out like the first week of December, which I was like, well,
it wasn't ready. Mine wasn't ready.
Which at first I was like, fuck, we're screwed. And then like the next day, Kanye said he loves Hitler. And I was like, yes, thank you, Kanye. And then we got sick and then it never got done. I mean,
he's gonna say something.
He's gonna say something worse. Maybe I shouldn't have blew my load everywhere, but
Jesus Christ.
I think that one's in the bag. That one's we tossed it to the side. We could make something new. But if you thought that was funny and want us to make it, and we'll watch it and we'll share it to your friends and make us famous and rich, do it. Let us know. You know. I wouldn't mind. It just wouldn't be as funny because it's not as
the timing
current.
Yeah.
But you know what are you gonna do? Am I right?
No.
So that was our story. But sketches. I want to do sketches, just like 1-minute TikToks. Like I see them all the time. Scrolling down my For You page, just like stupid 30-second TikToks. Sketches that are just so funny,
and that's
and take
what
no
I'm noticing.
effort.
The TikTok algorithm is just do more. Whether it's like shit posts or anything, it rewards consistent content and fast content.
Right.
So just if you are constantly creating a stream, then they're gonna push your videos more, even if it's not your best work. And of course, if you take more time and invest more time into something, it's gonna come out better. But you're not gonna get that algorithmic push as much.
Or we could just make, like how to do the hamburger with your dick type video. How to tell when she's tired of sucking your dick.
And that's the perfect.
We can make those type of
balance
videos.
between quality and quantity, bro.
It's more quality. It's more quality.
He cracked the code, bro.
Have you like finished? Have you ever got through one of those to like the end?
Have I finished the hamburger? Nah.
Have you done the hamburger? No, like his videos, because like you usually just like scroll through them and then just
it hasn't come up on my For You page.
Really, he's come up through me a couple times.
Like YouTube or I've seen him on Twitter a lot.
Yeah,
but I've never seen him on my For You page.
They are as ridiculous as they sound. Like they just don't make any sense.
How to turn a bitch into an angry dragon. Like, bro, he's so funny.
But he's earnest.
Experienced. And then that's the other thing. He's clearly lived a lot of life.
He's
an asshole. Exactly. He's not a good person, but he is aware of this. I think a lot of times with a lot of these like alpha male personalities, which I don't think he's one of them really per se.
He's just real.
They're the ones peddling advice a lot of the times because that alpha male advice that they're giving out isn't effective, and it's going to keep their audience coming back for more. And it doesn't have to work, but it has to elicit some sort of emotional response, which it does. But this guy is just on some, look, this is how you manipulate a bitch. And it's so funny. He knows it's not ethical, and it is entertaining.
For sure is. God bless him.
Yeah, shout out to him, I guess. But he's not a good guy. I wouldn't say he's a
Speaking of TikTok creators that I'm really interested in and also feel sad for. Jumani. My son Jumani.
Oh,
so
my God.
I don't remember his channel name, but his name is Jumani, and he is
it's like Jumani 1 or
something like that. But he made essentially like he's making a career off his TikToks where he'll walk like an hour to the casino. He'll overdraft like $200 from his account that has like $12 in it. He'll gamble it all. He'll lose it all. And he'll film every second of it. And they're so interesting. So at first, like when I stumbled onto his account, I was like, this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Like there was one video where he's like, I'm gonna get some groceries, I'm gonna get some food, and he gets nothing but like cookies and like juice. And then he goes overdrafts his account, gambles all his money away, and then buys crypto and then goes to sleep.
That's gambling again.
That's gambling. He has a severe gambling addiction, which he is very transparent with. He has said several times, like, please do not take these videos as advice. Please do not follow what I do. This is my addiction. I want to stop, but I can't. I don't have the means to stop. Yada, yada, yada. Now, people donate money to him to gamble. They are feeding into his addiction. So at first, the comments were like, bro, keep going. You're about to hit big. That's fucked up, right? Now they send him money and they'll be like, bet 25 on black for me, bro. You got this. And he'll do it. And there was one time.
What stage of capitalism are we in right now?
First of all, I don't know how this is allowed. This seems illegal, honestly.
I'm stunned because I wasn't aware of that part of his arc yet.
This is currently what he's doing now.
They're gambling through him.
And there were some videos where and if he wins, he'll like send some back. Like he'll send half of it back when he clearly needs it more.
God, yeah, bro. He eating cookies and juice, sending half of the money back. That's crazy, bro.
So what was I? Oh, fuck. There was one recently. Yeah. There was one recently where somebody sent him money and was like, please do not gamble this. Please buy yourself something to eat. Jesus. And he was like,
Jesus.
He looked into the camera and he said, bro, I'm not about to do that.
It's not funny.
He was like, bro, I'm not about to do that, but I'm about to.
Oh my God.
He didn't go to the casino and gamble it. He was like, I'm gonna use this to buy some crypto.
That's worse. That's worse.
He's like, I'm sorry, bro.
Crypto
I can't.
instead of food. It's crazy.
He's like, I'm sorry, bro. I can't do that. I'm gonna buy some crypto instead. And he bought crypto with it.
You need to invest in a meal. Oh my God.
And I think he works at like Walmart now or
Dollar Tree.
He used to work at I don't know if he still works at Dollar Tree.
I remember the first video I ever saw of him was when he was like R.I.P. Pop Smoke.
Yeah, he
like breaks a whole bunch of groceries and stuff, which is that's like the lowest level of content.
It's kind of like, I don't want to say karma's coming back to him in the sense of he's poor now. No, I'm not saying that. But like he did a video recently where he was like cleaning toilets. And somebody had poured like Kool-Aid down the toilet. And it's that bro, feels karmic. Yeah, like that feels like this is all coming back to you because you used to make those videos where you used to just dump everything off a shelf for some reason. I think that's
what the direction our videos should take. We should become a prank channel.
I have always thought this actually. So I'm glad that you mentioned that.
And then we should start gambling.
Crypto, bro.
The DOOMROOM Casino.
Send your donations and we will.
It won't go to new equipment. It won't go to new software. We will gamble all of it. 100% of the donations will be gambled.
I'm sorry, bro. I can't do that. It's not. No, it's not. It's funny, but it's not funny. It's sad. It's like sad. It's legitimately sad. But and somebody flew him out to He went to Los Angeles for some. It's like somebody flew him out. I don't know what for, but he got flown out to California to like shoot something because he wants to be a content creator
for a FanDuel commercial,
a crypto commercial,
crypto.com.
Like that's why he would make those videos.
Crypto is like done.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like it's not even going anywhere.
Oh my God. I think it was FTX just crashed because they were handling so many transactions without any actual money to back it. And people were like trying to get their money and they were like, we don't got it. So
that's some shit I do.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
so shout out to Jumani.
He needs it. Pray for him.
Donate to him if you can.
No, he's gonna gamble it. Maybe if he was spending it on food.
Oh man,
Jesus Christ, bro. Bro, I saw a video that had Subway Surfers, Family Guy,
that's so
and
weird.
a rolling game. There were kids watching that for 18 hours a day. We're doomed.
What is that? What is that about? Like, why? What is the reason?
I think
I guess it's because, like, okay, so they're taking clips from, like, Family Guy, like other cartoons.
Yep.
And that aspect ratio isn't gonna fit on a mobile phone aspect ratio.
I don't think it has anything to do with that.
Really, I don't think. I think it started as like, well, I have to just put something on the bottom so the whole screen is filled.
They would double it up, and they do sometimes. It's not about that.
You're right.
It's about the decreasing attention spans, and it's because of.
But why clips that don't even belong to you?
Because that was the other thing that I was saying, right? It's not about how much you lack boundaries. It's about a consistent stream of content. And if you have a show that has how many seasons, you could just literally upload the entirety of Family Guy, and that's mad TikTok episodes. And Subway Surfers, a limitless game. These are like it's just because it's so much. You can literally keep making those videos forever, and it takes no effort or original thought.
They have like jump scares now in them.
Yeah, bro. And I kind of like those because I think art is a part of humanity, right? So no matter if we're cavemen or Wall-E level, there's always going to be art, right? So these, like, when it's that Family Guy clip and it has something on the bottom and then it like glitches to someone being pulled out of the Matrix and they come out of the tube or like the core videos. I really like the core videos because it's the other side of that, right? Because it's okay, we have less and less attention spans, and we're all just like scrolling on our For You pages, and I'll see some core videos and it'll have like, I guess we're on the same algorithm path because it'll be the same videos that I just saw that day, and it's crazy. And it'll be the videos that specifically resonated with me or that I'll remember.
Or like, perfect example, earlier today you sent me a video that I had just seen in the morning, and I knew I knew Jelani was gonna send me this later on today. It's just it's scary.
It's down to a science, man.
It's a little scary at this point. I only saw one of
the algorithm. That's an artificial intelligence, right?
Yeah.
And the level that AI is progressing is fascinating me, and that's what I did my final project on. I was just supposed to talk about digital marketing, but with all the AI art, because as an artist, that was scaring me a little bit. So I wanted to understand it a little bit more. So I did some research into that, and I just kind of warped what my final project was supposed to be about,
and I created my own AI.
No, I didn't do that. But Chat GPT is really scary, and it's a chat bot, but like the classic ones, I remember like years ago, one of my close friends, I was like maybe 9 years old, showed me a chat bot, and like you can have conversations with it. It's like, oh, how was your day? My day was good, da da da.
Yeah,
but now
like
you can literally
phrases.
make it write viruses for you. Or you could be like, I remember I was just like, can you write me an app that helps me find boba tea? And it did. And it based it off the longitude and latitude and the Yelp reviews. So it knows that your location is here, so the closest location with the best boba tea is going to be there. And that's just because I asked it to.
That's
I think
terrifying.
with the art ones, that they're a little less advanced, but just the fact that, you know, we had chatbots all those years and now we're at Chat GPT. If the art AI is like this in its early infancy stages, it could potentially be like crazy. But this is just like the start. We're witnessing the start of something very new.
So how does this end?
Yeah, right now it's like a circus, but exactly, where do we stop?
Right.
But what the AI art is doing is something a little less impressive so far. It's just interpolating images. Yeah. So it's just, you say, give me a Cyndaquil as a water type Pokemon. It'll just pull from all these images on the internet and mash something together. And it could potentially resemble somebody's art that already exists heavily. And that's people's problem, artists' problem with it, is that it's bordering plagiarism oftentimes. Sometimes it's bordering it, sometimes it's just outright plagiarism.
See, I thought more of the problem was at some point it's going to get good enough where it's like people are going to lose jobs because of this.
That's the thing. And that was the question. That was the end question after all the research is, what jobs will we say this requires a human touch? And I don't think there will be any under a capitalist system, because you want to have the most efficient thing possible. So it's not going to matter if you have a AI teaching your child, which over the pandemic, that was pretty much a lot of people. We was just getting YouTube videos and automatic grading systems, and they were getting all their quizzes and tests off Quizlet, and we were cheating off of Quizlet. So it was like, what even is the point? But I don't think there will be any job where it's like only a human can do this. There will be a robot priest. Wasn't that in Futurama?
Yeah, there's a like, robot everything, really.
At least under a capitalist system, because it's going to be, at the end of the day, what makes us the most money the fastest. And a human cannot compete with a robot in that regard. Doesn't have to sleep. You don't have to pay it. It doesn't need to eat.
Doesn't get sick.
It doesn't complain. It
doesn't have kids.
Doesn't need bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
So I am a bit afraid, but I don't know.
We should all be
Capitalism
afraid.
Is more the problem.
We should all invest in a firearm.
You're gonna shoot the robot?
Yeah, and it'll deflect and shoot me back, and that's the end of it.
Or it'll just dodge.
I mean,
that's the other thing, bro. So we just speaking on like the HAL 23 like robot in the wall, but Boston Dynamics, they making robo soldiers.
Yeah, they're making like dogs that walk down the street and patrol and fire on sight if need be.
And then these robot, and I think the police got them first.
Oh, of course.
Those robot dogs, the NYPD got them. I haven't seen any in real life. I think I would fall down to my knees like in the middle of the street if
I'd let it take me. The
crazy.
Elements.
That's crazy. But the issue that they're already facing, and this has been a consistent issue with artificial intelligence, is that they are racist. The robots get racist because it's basing it off of all this information. It's going to take those biases on as well. So if you're like, oh, if it's a learning machine, so if you teach it that, okay, this portion of the population is responsible for this portion of crime, it's going to disproportionately target those people, even if they're already being disproportionately targeted. So it's just going to persist and keep up.
It's gonna be Sentinels,
those biases. Yo, yes, bro. Oh my god, I did not even think about that. But that's exactly what Boston Dynamics is doing, bro.
Of course,
we're not gonna stop until we get to Nimrod.
Boston
bro.
would do some shit like that.
Oh my! I have no idea if they're actually based in Boston, but Boston
I don't know, man. Why would they have Boston in the name?
Sentinels, son. Yeah. Oh my god,
and we the mutants for real.
I did not even think about that, bro.
Well, I don't know. I think we should just chill in the meantime. Yeah, we should just vibe.
That was
because there's just nothing like. What can you do?
That was the end of Don't Look Up. Did you watch that movie? I really like that movie too.
Yeah, it was just like fuck it.
Spend some time with your friends and family. There's
what you want me to do? Jump up and punch in the sky? Like, nah, I'm just gonna vibe out.
Have a good meal with your loved ones. That's all you can do. But I like that movie. 2022 was a great year for movies, I think. I mean, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Batman.
Yeah.
I really like Glass Onion too.
Yeah. I haven't seen that yet. I know a lot of people. I haven't seen it yet.
A whole bunch of families were together. It came out on the 23rd, so people were with their families for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So a whole bunch of people just watch that with their families. I think it's a good family watch.
I love when those things go hand in hand, right? Like you said that a lot of people probably watched it during the holiday break. It's obviously not a Christmas movie, but it's now like on some of those families, they're probably like, I want to see Glass Onion for each Christmas now. Yeah. I feel that way about Uncut Gems and New Year's. I saw Uncut Gems on New Year's Eve.
For me,
and I was like, I want to see it every year now. every New Year.
I'm not trying to be stressed going into the new year every year. That's the most stressful movie I ever watched.
The first time, but now it's just like, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Funny guy.
I don't think I've rewatched it. But that's how I feel about when fall comes. Like, I guess whenever around the fall equinox, I watch Over the Garden Wall with my siblings, and it's so good, bro. It's so good every year. But like when fall time comes around, that's Over the Garden Wall season every single time. But that's kind of different because it I don't think it's well, it's a Halloween. It takes place on Halloween, so I guess it kind of is in theme. But like Uncut Gems isn't like a New Year's movie.
Uncut Gems is the year 2012 movie.
After a couple of Thanksgivings in a row, would watch David Blaine's specials.
There you go. Which,
David Blaine, that's what's getting your appetite wet. Like, I don't know, man. See him drive a spike through his hand doesn't really make me hungry, but he's
what
really
do you think?
impressive.
What do you think that stems from in David Blaine? Like, when he was a kid,
I'm fascinated.
He like survived death, and he was like, that felt good.
No, I think he saw magicians, and he was inspired by them. But his magic is less sleight of hand and more, I'm going to push the human body to its absolute limits.
Yeah.
And I think to a certain extent, that's what all magic is just like repetition, figuring it out, until you're making something difficult look very easy because you've practiced it so much. But he's practicing putting a metal pick through his hand. Like, he's practicing sitting in an ice block for a week. But he recently,
let's get him on the podcast.
He has that. I wish we already
said that, bro. We did
but
that.
But he had
we did that already.
Recently,
we're getting old.
I saw that on my For You page. It's the trick where he has all these styrofoam cups, and then one of the cups is that ice pick, and he slams his hand down until there's one cup left, and he lifts it up, and he actually poked his hand real bad. But he fucked up the trick, but.
Did he actually? I thought that was a trick.
Yeah, no, it's real, bro. He stabbed
but
him.
knowing him, I thought the trick was him. Of course, impaling his hand.
No.
So he was supposed to avoid
that. No, so when he's like doing it, he's like finding the exact spot to go through the veins and arteries and bones, right? But with that trick, he's like, as a magician, my hands are my most valuable asset, and he just slamming it until the one is left, and there's no trick behind it. I don't know. I'm sure there's some trick behind it, right? But yeah,
if he really wants to impress me,
it's a real one.
If he really wants to impress me, he'll use his head next.
No, bro, no.
And he'll get up, it'll be like into his whole head, and it'll be like, didn't even hurt.
Ta-da.
That'll be $5,000 for the hour. What does he do like parties or something?
Well, I don't know. So, because I've watched a lot of his specials, but my dad met him one time, and I think that came up in the previous podcast. Yeah, he was literally just flicking cards into the air, walking down in Manhattan.
They were razor sharp.
No, they were just going up into the air.
They were impaling people. He was just murdering people.
But I think he's prepared to do magic wherever he is.
That's cool.
He was at like a party with like Drake and some basketball stars.
I remember that one.
Yeah, so I think he's just ready whenever. So, or like I think at that party where Drake was, he spit up multiple frogs. Like, what is wrong with you, bro? Like, yes, I'm sure if I took like 2 years and I figured out how to swallow a gallon of water and then expel it from my body and then figure out how to have a frog living in that for a couple minutes, yeah, I'm sure I could do it too. But like,
that's not impressive, David Blaine. I could probably do that too.
But that's the thing. It takes years and dedication and
that's
sacrifice.
Why he just be showing up out of nowhere.
Yeah, bro.
Like in a couple years.
But think about that trick specifically, right? I know he just went off to the bathroom before and swallowed a frog and then came back out of the party like, hey guys.
No,
How is everybody?
that's true.
Do you want to see a trick?
Well, why else would he be invited? He's not. People aren't inviting him for his
good vibes.
I'm sure he is, but
he
people,
seems like he has good
no matter where he
He's seen the
goes,
world.
no matter where he goes, people are gonna exactly. People.
But you could just do a.
He's
quick
just got to
little,
bark like a dog.
Is this your card? No.
I guess he could.
He has to harm himself for amusement.
Because he's David Blaine. That's who was the other guy? Was he the one that Chris Angel? Is who I'm thinking. Mind freak.
My little brother really liked him because his brother. They went on a field trip to like his brother's mansion, and they got the whole bunch of Chris Angel merch.
Bob Angel.
I don't even know what his name was, but yeah, a lot of his magic that I saw just seemed like video editing.
Yeah,
which is
he had
so
a lot of like
lame.
Pyrotechnical stuff.
That's so lame, bro. Because yes, it's cool, but don't pass it off like you're a magician. Bro.
Yeah.
It's not magic.
Well, I mean, he had the TV show, you know. He had to make a new content every week.
I guess.
So
bro,
I guess he had to
posted Family Guy clips.
With Subway Surfer, and it's like, I guess I see someone like Temple Run. I guess it's just
money.
It's just any
money,
that's
bro.
That's the sad part.
We are trying to do something. We're trying to entertain people. We're trying to enjoy ourselves, make something special,
make something that we want to make.
If so obliged, we live off of that, you know.
Yeah.
But they are solely doing it for monetary gain, and that's a very efficient way to make money.
So I think that's the worst out of all the reaction videos, prank videos in the hood.
Because I would say nobody's getting harmed, but I mean it's warping the frontal lobes of. Billions.
Yeah, I think we're getting hard. There are so many Family Guy clips I've never seen before that are now just lodged into my brain, along with Subway Surfers clips or satisfying clay cut videos where it'll come out as little cubes.
Those get me. I'm not gonna lie.
They tickle your fancy, right?
Yeah, because the Subway Surfers is like it don't really get my attention.
I gotta play like Subway Surfers videos, right now.
Those make me stop scrolling. I'm not gonna like. It was Adam Sandler's speech from the Gotham Awards that his daughters wrote. Did you ever see that? No. I've seen that 4 times on 4 separate occasions on my For You page, all with different clips on the bottom. And with the most recent one today, they were making like a cookie. So that's like real specific for me. They were baking, and it was an awards ceremony speech.
This is just that's sickening. It's just it makes me sad. I think even more, like I said, even more than like reaction videos, even more than like prank videos in the hood. Like I think
those are really gross.
Those are disgusting. Those are disgusting.
I think these like Family Guy clips are gonna last because
they are gonna last.
It's warping our brains. That's why.
I just don't know. Like, what should we do about it?
I don't know, man.
We gotta cook something up.
Cyber terrorism.
Anytime somebody wants to post those videos, their phone explodes.
We get ChatGPT to write a code that if you put one content on top of the other,
it overheats the battery and it just boom. And it doesn't.
iPhone explodes again.
And it doesn't kill them. It just horribly disables them.
Nah, that's bad, bro. That's real bad.
That's the point, though. You gotta send a message.
Oh my god. But yeah, I don't know. But it's not like there's only bad content out there, bro. I started watching Bluey. That's probably the greatest creative contribution I've seen from Australia.
Absolutely.
In my 21 years of life.
Right. I mean, because all they have is that and Vegemite. So it's like, which
Shrimp
one's...
on the Barbie, bro. They barbecue.
We created that.
No, we did.
That's a stereotype for like Australian.
I was about to say they're the barbecue capital of the world, but Texas, Tennessee, so I can't even say that.
Yeah. I'd go the South instead.
Dang. So yeah, I mean, comment down below if we wrong, but it's looking like Bluey is the greatest thing out of Australia.
I think they'd say the same thing. I mean, what does... Never mind.
Steve Irwin is up there. Steve Irwin might be better
knowing
than Bluey.
Steve Irwin, he'd probably be like, I hand over the reins to Bluey.
Yeah, he would.
Bluey's such a... I read somewhere that like they like did a study on like the best children's shows and the worst children's shows, and the best one was
what
Bluey.
Metric, though?
Just like
I mean, I'm not disagreeing
on what they teach children. I guess that's it, really. Just like what the child is learning, what the child is taking away from the show.
Because as far as like a program that I would want to put in front of my child, I would want it to be a lot more abstract things, like what they're addressing, like, you know, death and miscarriage, as opposed to just ABCs 1, 2, 3.
Right, yeah.
I know
because
for a fact I can do that.
It's good for not only the child but the parent as well. Like
parents are definitely learning while watching Bluey.
They tackle a lot of subjects that other shows wouldn't. They said the worst show was Peppa Pig, which I agree with.
Yeah, because she's not a good person.
I've always said, like, that show just, you learn nothing from that show. You learn the wrong things from that show.
Things.
That you could complain and get away with
Peppa
stuff
Pig is
because
wild,
you're a
jealous
child.
Of all her
like
friends, like, whereas
British,
Bluey, like Bingo the goat.
Bingo's, I love Bingo.
Come on.
Bingo's great. She's just, man, she's a star. I would honestly get a show just called Bingo.
Shout out Bandit.
I love
Shout
Bandit.
out Chili. And of course, shout out Bluey.
If I get a dog, their name is Chili. I think that's a perfect dog name. I love their relationship.
Gosh, man. Great show.
It's a great show. It's really the whole cast come on the podcast. We'll make space for you.
And that's another really cool thing. So one of the shows I watched last year was The Rehearsal, and very entertaining show. But I think one of the best points it illustrates is that children shouldn't be acting, right?
Yeah.
And I do think voice acting is a little different, but they don't have their names in the credits.
They don't.
Yeah, so
really, well, because they're expendable. Honestly, if we're
no, I don't think so.
Because as soon as their voice starts to pitch a little lower, they're getting a new one.
Okay, that's what you meant by expendable. Yeah. Okay, but no, I think it's more in an effort to protect them. None of the children that are voiced on that show have their name, because, you know, people are creepy, bro.
So you're saying if I look at IMDb, I'm not going to be able to see their names?
I don't think so.
Let's check. Let's do a little dipsy doodle search. Entertain them. I'm looking at something.
Gilbert. But yeah, really, I think my favorite episode of Bluey is the camping episode. Oh my goodness.
Okay, some of the children are listed here. There's no pictures, but their names are there. Oh, the main girls are not here.
Like Bluey and
Dad, Mom, and then the next is Indy, Lucky's dad, which are adults. Uncle Stripe, Entre, Calypso. Calypso is an adult. Oh, maybe these are all adults. Okay, I think who's Doreen?
I'm not a liar.
Yeah, I think you weren't fibbing on this one. I'll give you this one. Yeah, there's no children on here.
We each get one.
Nice. What did I get?
Nothing.
Okay. It's in the future.
I get yours and mine.
This is the dad, David McCormick.
Yeah, and apparently he has a band.
That's why his name's Bandit.
Okay.
Holy crap, dude.
But like, you could just look it up. Also, I don't know if you've listened to the full theme.
I've heard it, yeah.
And they go into each instrument.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's the greatest show. That show's just.
What's your favorite episode though? Because mine is definitely the camping one. It's John Locke, and he's like, "Bonjour, Bluey."
That one, yeah.
Oh
that
my god, it's so good.
That one legitimately made me tear up.
Oh my god, there's a couple. The one where Bingo she was like, "I hope we're friends for a real long time," and it shows them up until they graduate. There's a whole bunch of pictures together with them. Oh my god. There was another one where, you know, the baby bird died, and that wasn't really sad. But then when she acted it out, and she was just like, "Oh no, you're supposed to be dead," but then like her sister and her mom like, "Don't let her be sad." That was very touching to me.
Yeah, they have a whole bunch that are just like
I don't think
fun stuff, and then there's the lessons.
Maybe for sure movies, but I don't think there's a show that has impacted me emotionally as much as Bluey. It's not even close.
The fan base, movies that the fan base for that show is insane. Like, and it's like not insane in like a bad way, but it's like the growth of it.
People are saying that though. People are saying that. And if you go on that IMDb, so IMDb has this thing that's really cool where it shows you, if you put into the sign up your age and gender, it'll show that breakdown under the reviews, and most of the reviews for under 18 is like Bluey's a 7 out of 10 for men or girls and boys, right? 7 out of 10. But in over 65, Bluey's a 9.8.
Well, think about it. What's your alternative? That show or like Bubble Guppies or Paw Patrol? That's like the same cookie cutter
I don't think
shit every episode.
I don't think I get the point you're trying to make.
I think Bluey's kind of like a breath of fresh air.
No, but I was saying for the the people under 18, it's a 7 out of 10. They rate it, like that's total rating.
Yeah. But the adults, like the grandparents that are forced to sit in front of this TV so their child would shut the hell up.
Yeah, the kids don't really care or get it.
Yeah, they just see colors, music. But for the adult that has seen every episode of Paw Patrol, has seen every episode of Bubble Guppies,
or has lived a life and resonates
from like
with
Blue. Well, I don't want to put Blue's Clues because Blue's Clues is top tier. From like Dora the Explorer.
That was really a thing for me.
Who cares,
for me,
dude?
No, for me as a kid, it was PBS because we were broke.
Sorry.
No, it was just
but it's
Elmo.
like
I was
but
a
it's
huge
like
Elmo fan.
But it's like this is straying away from that cookie cutter same episode where they sing a song in the middle, they sing a song at the end. Yeah, every episode is something different, and it teaches you a new lesson.
We're watching a genuine family play
and
like,
grow.
What?
And they learn something new. This is like the greatest advertisement for Bluey that's probably on YouTube. So if you wanted to fly us to Australia to feature an episode, I would love to.
We will do a blue carpet event for the season 3 premiere.
I would love that.
Genuinely, yes. But I mean, we're not very clean, are we?
I'll switch up
our digital footprint. I'll switch up the digital footprint. What?
I'll switch up. Listen, man.
Just clearing my throat.
What was that?
I'm COVID free.
What was that, dude?
I'm COVID free.
You know, I should have required 2 exams before you stepped foot in this household.
Yeah. But it was crazy when I took the test initially, like, because you know, if you were in your crib and like I want to get out, I'm gonna take a test every day.
Yeah.
And like the first couple tests, bro, it was the line showed up in like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it immediately detects it. Like as soon as it enters your nose. Bro. And I'm telling you, mine was like the color of that YouTube logo. Dang. It was like that red. There was no dancing around it. Like, you know, there's some tests that are like, oh, I can't really tell. Maybe that's faint. No, like it was screaming at me. You are positive. Get your ass to bed. And that I did. Yeah. I didn't even like, when I first tested positive, I was like, okay, well, I got like a week off. Mm-hmm. Sure, let's look at this glass half full, right? I could watch something, binge something, play. I could finish a game. I didn't do any of that because I was just like in bed. Like I couldn't even pick up my head.
My muscles were so sore. It wasn't too bad. Only when off the wake up, it was just a couple hours where I'm just gonna lay here for a while.
Right.
But then when I kind of got up and moving and like I was making soup a lot, you know, get some garlic in your system. But yeah, I got over it pretty quick. I didn't really feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. The first time I got COVID, and that's what I was like, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was like, yo, this is it. This is it. Like I sat down at the kitchen table by myself, and I was just reflecting.
You know, your life
flashing before my eyes.
All the moments that you weren't sick, and you're like, man,
took it for granted.
I miss those moments.
Yeah,
man.
That was like the first time I got it was bad, and that was like right. Like a couple days after I got vaccinated, which was weird.
So what does that say about the vaccine?
No, I think no, because you know how when you get the vaccine you get a little sick. Right? Yeah, I think it was that on top of the fact that I got COVID. So it was like my body was doubled up. It was fighting the vaccine on top of regular COVID. So I was messed up bad. But like this time wasn't too bad, man. It was more just the fact that this year there was Christmas at my house. And a whole bunch of family members came through, and I didn't see them. So, because there was elderly and infants, and that don't bode well with COVID.
This new wave or strain or whatever it is. I think it's really targeting the people that haven't got it. Like everybody, I've knew a lot of people that got it like November, December, and it was a whole bunch of people that never got it, including me. Like I had never gotten it up to that point. So it hit like a brick. I mean, it wasn't like the worst. Like it felt like a flu. Like
no, the first time I got it, that was like one of the worst sicknesses I've had. I was scared.
I don't know if it was the worst. I mean, I've had some bad strep throats. That was pretty bad.
My family don't get too sick, man.
I used to,
and we like made it like a point to watch out for this, but there's only ever sickness in our house during the school year. So like summer vacation, because you interacted with so many more people during the school year. But during summer vacation, nobody gets sick, bro. But yeah, them kids be nasty.
Well, I know not to bullshit. I
Flicking
would
boogers.
still, for the longest time, like I was still like wearing a mask, mainly for the like the trains. But like if I'm going to the store,
good, man, because the air is nasty.
the air is nasty, and in the wintertime is good. It warms your face up.
Very true. Very true.
But like if I'm going to the store, fuck it, I'll just walk out. And when I got that haircut, I literally was like, I don't need this today. I'm good. And even if I wore it, I would take it off when I'm getting the haircut because he has to do like the mustache and whatever face, the hair I have on my face. So I wouldn't have worn it anyway.
Not to cut you off, but thinking of hair, I'm thinking about cutting my hair, bro.
Again?
Yeah. Because this.
I'm going to stop you right there. So it's that time of the podcast where the battery dies and the camera angle slightly shifts.
You don't gotta say that.
No, I want to because I want to be transparent. 2023, we being transparent. I told you I'm not editing out anything. We're using a different camera today, so if it looks a little different from the ones that from the last couple episodes, that's why.
I thought you were joking about the not editing out anything, bro.
I'm not 2023. I'm not joking no more.
No more jokes. Everything that I said in the podcast is real.
You taking 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
What were you saying about your hair?
Yeah, I'm thinking about cutting it because this is getting a little heavy. But before I do want to like do some type of style or something because I haven't styled it yet. Ow. I didn't want to break it or nothing. I'm not gonna dye it though, but just maybe.
How to do the hamburger with your hair?
Oh my god!
Make TikToks. This is the TikTok episode. Make TikToks how to style your hair before cutting it. Cutting it.
Bro. How to do the hamburger with your hair got me.
No, it didn't. You didn't laugh at first.
I did.
I was like, damn.
Nah.
That one was a stinker. In 2023, we're gonna tell each other when shit's not funny.
Yeah, for sure. I do.
You do sometimes, and it harshes my melody. Sometimes I want to shut off the camera.
Oh, you gotta keep it pushing, bro.
Exactly. That's a proper duo. You know, just keep it going.
Accountability.
All right.
I would hope that you did the same, but apparently this is your resolution now.
Well, so I have to change sometime, you know.
Be unfunny.
Well, I don't know. I feel like, you know, sometimes whether I think things are funny or not, sometimes a laugh will just come out. What just fell?
Nothing.
All right, nothing important.
Nothing.
Okay. All right. Sometimes a laugh will just come out like a involuntary reaction. Whether I think it's funny or not, sometimes a laugh will just come out.
Because something can be unfunny and I laugh at it. You can laugh at how unfunny something is within the context.
Say that again.
You can laugh at how unfunny something is.
Yeah.
So,
but I don't even know if that's
laughter is the
I don't even know if that's the same thing.
Been, I don't know. But there's been like when I don't laugh and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. And I guess I'm just having a bad day. I don't know. But
I forget how to laugh. Yeah, that's funny. That's so funny to me.
Pretty nice joke you got there.
Funny stuff. No, that's funny right there. That's my bad. 2023, we not laughing no more. No more. We're just gonna go. That's
this is the last one, bro, before the resolution gets enacted.
What are your revolutions for 2023? For the show.
For the
DOOMCAST of gameplay sketches.
Like I said, I want not only animate more, but implement it to what we're doing. So
I got one for you.
Okay.
2023 July, I'm gonna do a little dance every time at the end of every video.
A little dance. What the fuck?
That's funny right there.
It's not.
How to do the hamburger with your dick in your balls. So guys, this is gonna require you to be in a relaxed state. You should probably be standing up. Dick don't need to be soft. After that, you're gonna need to grab your balls with each one of your hands. Use just your fingertips. Grab your right nut, grab your left nut. Boom, boom. After that, you're gonna keep your dick in the middle. Fold that shit down with your index finger and keep it folded. Now, once you've done those 3 steps, I need you to rotate